Tonight's I-Team report, lunch with no-nos. He is John DeFranzo, seated at the head of the table for the Chicago outfit, according to mob experts.
In tonight's exclusive story, investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy reveals who's having lunch and what's on the menu.
Kathy, Ron, with last month's life sentences for several top hoodlums, outfit investigators say John DeFranzo is now the undisputed boss of the Chicago mob. He's been called no-nose ever since part of his nose was sliced off while jumping through a window during a Michigan Avenue burglary. After the I-Team was told by numerous organized crime sources that John No-Nose DeFranzo holds a regular luncheon meeting at a West Suburban restaurant, we took a look for ourselves. A train whistle signals the approach of noon here in West Suburban River Grove. Also like clockwork on this Friday is the arrival of John DeFranzo to the Loon Cafe. The 80-year-old convicted mob boss has driven his shiny new pickup truck a few blocks from the Grand Avenue home where he's lived for years. He is the first one here for lunch with no-nos.
Mr. DeFranzo has been in there on a regular basis. The earlier stories were that he was in there like clockwork every Tuesday night. That was his local watering hole, just like a lot of guys in Chicago have their local watering hole. Rumor has it that he's in there a bit more frequently nowadays.
From the old days, his nose has long since been recast, and now he is much more likely to be called Johnny Bananas to his face. His brother Peter shows up next, the owner of a suburban waste hauling firm. Peter DeFranzo is a convicted warehouse thief who did time at Leavenworth. Mob investigators say, like his brother, Peter is a fully initiated, made member of the Chicago outfit and believed to be his brother's most trusted lieutenant and advisor. Then comes Marco the Mover D'Amico, a one-time bricklayer and DeFranzo protege. D'Amico is a convicted mob capo with a 50-year criminal history of gambling, racketeering, and tough guy intimidation.
Marco at one time was running the Elmwood Park street crew. I wouldn't be surprised if they found him a higher stature position if one was available right after he got out.
Next to arrive another DeFranzo brother, Joe, a former juice loan boss, once convicted of running the nation's largest indoor marijuana farm. Other DeFranzo chums walk in until the table for 9 is full for what could be a command performance.
Anybody in the outfit will go when they're called. It's a very hierarchical organization. A lot of these guys would spit in the face of the devil walking through the doors of hell.
For decades, the Chicago mob has been conducting business at restaurant dining tables. This is the most famous photo in outfit history, snapped in 1976 and later found by the FBI during a raid. Except for Joey the Clown Lombardo, who was just sentenced to life in prison, the crime syndicate leaders seen here are all dead. But now there is a new family photo taken by the I-Team just last Friday as John No-Nose DeFranzo, standing there on the left, dishes out pizza to the outfit's upper crust.
Hey, John. How you doing, buddy?
After the 2-hour pizza and wine meeting, DeFranzo was first to leave.
What's going on?
How was the meeting?
What meeting?
Pizza lunch.
Pizza? Oh, yeah, that was good. It was good.
Yeah, you come here a lot?
You're looking to... No, just first time.
Mr. D'Amico in there?
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, I thought I saw him go into your luncheon.
No, I haven't seen him. No, he hasn't been around.
DeFranzo was not charged during the landmark family secrets trial in 2007 that took down major mob bosses and solved more than a dozen gangland murders. But key witness and hitman